Everybody, soybean farmer here. Thought I'd show you an annoying, aggravating thing I've had going on this truck. This is the 1982 Ford F-150, and I'll explain. What's been going on is the gasket in this cap leaks. And I'm constantly coming back here adding fluid about once a week, because if you let this suck air, then you got to bleed the system, and that's a real pain. This is power brakes, you know, vacuum assist, boost, and all that, different from manual brakes. All I really needed, or I thought, was this rubber gasket right here. But guess what? They don't sell that rubber gasket for the master cylinder that goes on the system with the power brakes. I've been to all the parts houses, I've searched the internet. It's not available. They don't make it. They don't sell it. So I took a wild chance and I tried it, and I bought the gasket, this rubber piece here that goes on the one for manual brakes, and it's just a little bit different in size. But it went in here, and I thought for sure it was going to work and it was going to seal it up. But guess what? It didn't. So I got to looking at it again to realize what is going on here. And right here on this edge, that fluid got on there, and this is rusted. So it's got pits in it. And the rusted pits here allow this thing not keep this thing from sealing. So it went right on leaking. And where it was leaking was down the side right here. And I said, well, okay. Now, I got this off an internet site, and that piece was $5. And shipping was like almost 10, 9 and some change. So I ended up with almost $16 in just getting this little rubber piece, and it did not solve the problem. And then I got to thinking about it. Now if you look right across here, see, that's still shiny. It's not rusted and pitted. A brand new one of these is shiny, you know, smooth, not rusted and pitted. So I said, all right, I'm not going to be able to seal this up. It's going to leak. And on the days that I just, you know, I checked it carefully. On the days that I just drove this truck on the highway and didn't do any bouncing around, it didn't leak. But if I took off somewhere here on the farm and went to bouncing around these farm roads, I'd come right back here to the shop and pull this open and look at it, and it's just as wet as it could be right back here. So I said, okay, enough of this. I've had it. Even though it's an aggravating job to do, I've got to get that nut off that bolt, that nut off of that bolt, and then get this line loose and get that line loose. Take this piece completely off. And I found out that I could buy 100% new, not rebuilt, 100% new master cylinder, $28. For $10 more over what I threw away on that gasket, I could have just gone ahead and bought the whole master cylinder, the correct one that goes on this vehicle. So anyhow, here's a little project that I'm going to be getting into, because I'm tired of that leaking. Brake fluid ain't free, and it's annoying. Now the only, you know, I was talking about the little nuts and bolts there. Yeah, they're annoying. They want to mess with you, but you get them off. The only real annoying thing about this is you have to bench bleed the air out of this cylinder before you can put it on the system, and that's a little tricky to do, but had somebody kind enough to show me how to do it. So you just got to make sure you do it and do it right and get all the air out of it before you put it on the system. Otherwise you'll end up with air in the system that you cannot get out of the system until you actually take this back off and properly bench bleed it. So that's just something else going on here on the little farm. And I'll get it done. Probably make a video. Well, back over here to this. I get distracted like that. I got to thinking about this instead of climbing on over in here and doing this. So back to this.